Dr. Doom is back and he's brought with him another game of Doom. This one's a classic. It's Missile Command for your Atari 8-bit computers, and this one happens to be, I believe, autographed by Rob Zadibel, the original programmer. Let's go ahead and take Missile Command. Let's pop it in my 800 XL and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Missile Command was published by Atari and, according to MobyGames.com, came out in 1981. And it's based on the popular Atari arcade game. This version would later be ported to the Atari 5200. This port would also be built into the Atari XEGS computer system and was recently included on the Atari 400 Mini. It was programmed by Rob Zadibel, who worked on several other games throughout the years, including Pigs in Space for the Atari 2600 and Warbirds for the Atari Lynx. The back of the box says the following: the enemy is attacking 6 major cities. Try to destroy incoming nuclear missiles. Get those killer satellites and bombers before they get you. But watch out for deadly missiles that can dodge your fire. The more enemy weapons you hit, the more cities you save, the more points you score for 1 or 2 players. Missile Command is a single-screen arcade action game for 1 or 2 players alternating. You can use the select button to toggle the number of players and the option button to turn on or off the ability to earn a bonus city every 10,000 points. The manual says you can use 1 through 9 on the keyboard to skip waves. So if you press 1, you would skip 1 wave and start the game at wave 2, or if you press 9, you would start on wave 10. But I couldn't get this to work on my 800 XL, which makes me wonder if it doesn't work on the 800 XL or maybe other models for some reason. I tried researching this, but I couldn't find an answer, so if you know, please use the comments below to let me know. Although the game is designed primarily for the joystick, it can be used in trackball mode with the Atari trackball controller by pressing Control and T together before starting the game, making it one of the few original games able to properly use a trackball for the Atari 8-bit computers. This was inserted before the Atari trackball was released, and according to Rob Zadibel, it was done so other programmers could play the game with a trackball if they so desired while he was developing it. I saw some reports that there may be revisions of this cartridge that don't work with the trackball controller, or perhaps it may not work on some models, but I don't know if this is accurate. All I can say is it worked fine on my 800 XL using the CX22 trackball controller in trackball mode. You can also press S on the keyboard to start a mode that features nothing but smart bombs, which need to be destroyed by having an explosion begin really close to them. Otherwise, they can bounce off the edges of explosions. You can use other non-designated keys on the keyboard to pause and unpause your game. For the controls, you move your cursor with the joystick or trackball and press the button to fire. Your goal is to protect your 6 cities and center launcher by destroying enemy missiles and flying vehicles that can also launch missiles, with a basic strategy of placing the explosion in their direct path. Hitting them can cause a chain reaction of explosions. As missiles come down, they can branch out into multiple missiles if they get low enough. Unlike the arcade version, all the missiles come from the middle launcher, with no side launchers being used in this version. You get 30 missiles per wave. If you are down to your last 6 missiles, your cursor will become solid to warn you. When you are out of missiles, you'll be given a different sound when you press the button. If your launcher is hit, you will temporarily be unable to fire and you will hear the same sound. When you finish a wave, you get bonus points for remaining missiles and cities, and you move on to the next, usually more difficult wave. If the bonus is enabled, you can earn a replacement city in reserve that will be used in between waves if you have any vacant lots. Otherwise, it will be saved for the future. According to the manual, earning 1 million points will empty you of any bonus cities you have in reserve because your skills don't really need them, apparently. Every 2 waves, the graphics can alter the color of either the land and cities or the sky in the back. You will also get a point value multiplier increase, maxing out at 6 times the value starting at wave 11. If a wave ends with no cities remaining and no cities in your reserve, your game is over. For base values, you get 25 points for destroying a missile, 100 points for destroying a bomber or satellite, 125 points for destroying a smart missile, and when you complete a wave, you get 5 points per missile remaining and 100 points for any remaining city. Graphically speaking, while it's nothing special, the game does come close to recreating the arcade graphics, and the same can be said for the sound. Family-friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $8 loose, $21 complete, and $42 new. So what do I think of Missile Command for the Atari 8-bit computers? It's a fun conversion. Even without the side launchers, it still does a good job bringing the Missile Command experience home. I enjoyed playing on the trackball, and am glad it's a hidden option, but you know what? It controls very well with the controller too. I actually got a higher score with the controller, which surprised me. So even if you don't have a trackball, I still recommend this game to almost any Atari 8-bit owner, and look forward to playing this version more in the future. So where am I going to rank Missile Command? It's going to be pretty high. I'm looking at my top 5. I do enjoy the depth of Archon more at 2, but I'm going to give this a slight edge over Blue Max at 3. So out of the 26 games I've now ranked for the Atari 8-bit computers, Missile Command is exploding into the 3 position. Missile Command is a blast and is a near must-have for any Atari 8-bit collection. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Do you like this game or have any memories of it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy videos such as this one and you want to support my work, please click like and subscribe, drop a comment below, and for Mega supporters, either become a channel member or sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time in the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and remember, there are some games you just can't win, but at least you can have fun while you try.